like everything we do, like all this turning this way and that way, is all helpful to this area. So I contributed all this to saving my leg. No, we became one. This summer we became one. That's how you start the story up. We won. We were hugging each other.
We became one. The bicycle. Oh, they were hugging each other. Okay. It's such a clever way of looking at it.
Yeah. Remember, I held on to the bike and rode with me. It wasn't like the bike went one way and I went the other. I went down. I was trying to save the bike. That was an expensive bike,
Yeah.
No, I shared the story.
Yeah.
All right.
Expensive body.
Yeah.
Irreplaceable. Only one.
Yeah, I don't want to get another bike. But yeah. So I shared the story about myself and my bike became one, which means that I took a tricky fall. And I've been doing training since I've been a kid, especially in tumbling. We have to know how to roll forward, sideways, backwards. We did all this stuff. So long story short, I had to make a hard left because I was approaching two poles. And I said, I'm not gonna try to go between those poles. So I cut like this with the bike. The bike went off the pavement into the dirt. The bike did a 360, and then we did a 180. Like, I held onto the bike and we went this, and like that. I saw my hand go like this. That I did.
Oh wow!
Which means now, what's important? What is this important? Why is this important?
They taught you how to fall.
Well,
Well, not that didn't come out the way
but
it didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
This is the strongest arm position in Tai Chi. So my arm went like this. So this is a strong. But what else does it do? What's attached to the shoulder and the low back? The largest back muscle, which is the latissimus dorsi. You heard of the V back that a lot of athletes like to get? They go out like this. The back spans out like a stingray. So you have a large muscle. So you're doing this, but then this is expanding. I don't have a large back, but they say, wait, you want it like this? Mostly men want this. Women don't like this. But when you fall, all this is you're rolling. The strongest arm position, one of the strongest arm positions, and your back is extending and helping with the roll. So that's what
you should be doing. That's what you should.
What you should. Yes, that's what you. Now, in my opinion, and recent experience, as recent as 4 days ago, I suggest a lateral roll instead of a forward roll. Right? Didn't have a choice at the time. It just happens. And I was holding onto the bike and I was protecting the bike. But then when you fall, right, when I fell, you do the systems check. Make sure, don't jump right up. Make sure you're okay first before you move. Because at that time, I was in full, I didn't go unconscious or anything like that. But I saw my foot was stuck in between the frame and the chain and the wheel, like this. So I'm like saying to myself, I called my friend, because I wasn't by myself. I said, can you lift the bike up so I can take my leg out? And so this way it just came right out and I put it down. And then someone asked me if I needed help getting up. I said, no, I'm doing an assessment. And then you get up. You take your time. I did not feel dizzy. And but you know how you hit your head, you're gonna feel like all types of things. My helmet was not touched. So which means that from falling, my head didn't go back into the ground. So that's what happens. When you fall, you have to allow your body to respond in the way you were trained. Now, if you were trained that way, just allow your body to respond. Don't hit your head on the floor. And for safety concerns, always wear a helmet. Always wear a helmet because, the helmet was probably there. Did it save my head? I don't know. But the thing is, allow your body to protect itself because it will try to. And like I said, when I did this and this, and I saw my arm go like this. That's on there I saw this because it's in my field of view. So you learn how to protect yourself. And when you're training in Tai Chi, you're strengthening the body. One of the reasons why my leg did not tear at the knee, because we do all these type of exercises. So my hip just went with it. And we do it. We do it all the time. So the training helps to protect the body. The reason why you're doing it is for protection. We're learning how to strengthen our body so we do not fall. And if we should fall, we minimize injury. And I'm not in a cast or anything today, and I'm here today.
Right.
Yeah,
This just happened.
It happened on Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Tuesday at Bethpage Park.
See, I would think the natural, that you said your arm went like this, I think the natural thing would be to put your hand out to stop the fall.
We can't.
But you did like this.
You can't
to
say that.
protect it with this.
You can't say, because I did what was natural. It's natural to each person. I did what was natural to me.
Yeah.
But natural to me is to do this.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying everybody has their own natural.
Yeah.
It depends on how you're trained and how you were trained with a kid. If you were trained as a kid, more than likely you had. If you did tumbling, gymnastics or something, more than likely that's in your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But what's natural to each individual person.
Yeah.
Myself, I was trained, like I said, forward roll, backward roll, lateral rolls. I did that as a kid. I was trained to do that.
Even when we took gymnastics in gym class, we never were trained. We never did a lot of tumbling or anything like that.
Well,
If you
you
couldn't do it, they like ostracized you. It's not like today where it's like, oh, let's bring you up. No, you can't do it. Okay, you wait.
Well, yeah, I was never a gymnast, so I'm thinking I was thinking for exercises. But we're gonna go into the Tai Chi movements. We're gonna work on strengthening our bodies as we normally do. I just wanted to share the story because it works. Strengthening the body works. It's helpful. And even though I'm a skilled person, it's still a story that could be shared. And it just reminds people of allow the body to protect itself. There was no mind. How many people say, well, I don't know how to focus, it happens so fast. Well, guess what? It happened real fast. Next minute I'm on the ground, I'm like tumbling. Like I was in a gyro, what do you call it? A gyro, the ones that go like this, gyroscope. I was like that. I was tumbling one way and went the other way. And
should we put in, because things that you do say to us do
Right.
resonate, because I remember one class you were talking about the alignment and the 4-point stand. I don't have retention problem. And the next day, I think I was listening to the ball game, and Francisco Lindor was saying, I have to make sure I was just checking to see that I'm perfectly healthy. My body was in alignment.
Right.
He's
Right.
a trained athlete. My body was in alignment. So should we think about just
Yes.
what you said, like what Joe said, that it's natural for us to do? Should we try to change that and make ourselves like this?
Well, remember what I said in the beginning? I said you should fall, stop, drop, and roll.
Right.
Roll, stop, drop, and roll. It reduces the impact on the body. If you fall like this, you increase impact. If you roll, no one body part lands on the surface at one time. Here, you're taking on impact.
Okay.
I rolled, so minimize the impact. So that's why I said, I always tell people, remember when you were a kid and they said, if you're on fire, extinguish the fire, roll, stop, drop, and roll. That's what I was learned at school as a 5-year-old or 7-year-old. So with that, we're gonna go into the training. Like I said, I wanted to share that because that happened. And never say you wouldn't do that because you don't know. We don't know. We all have our natural. Like you say you're a gymnast. Maybe you tumbled.
Oh, no, I didn't say I was a gymnast. Not at all. Not at all.
You in gymnastics. Maybe you tumbled, maybe you didn't.
Whoa.
Okay. So we're gonna breathe and relax. Relax the shoulders. Your chin down towards your chest. And up to neutral. Down. And up to neutral. Then turn your head towards the right. and the left. The right, the left, and center. Tilt your head towards the right, the left, the right, and the left, and center. Make sure it's up towards the ears, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling. And down, and up and up, and down, and up behind you. Bring your hands to neutral. Bring the left arm up, forward, shoulder reach, back, and down. Up, over, shoulder reach, back, and down. Now the opposite side, up, over, shoulder reach, back, and down, up, over, shoulder reach, back, and down. Shift the weight onto the right leg, bring your left toe next to the right, and heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, two more, heel, toe, last one, and shift onto the left leg, bring the right toe next to the left, and heel, and toe, heel, and toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, the last one, heel, toe, bring it out to the side, bring the left foot next to the right, no weight shift, bring it out to the side, and back. 2, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Now shift onto the left leg, the right foot next to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, and rest. The next one, at this time, if you need a chair or you want to use one of the columns, place your right leg 6 feet below, press down. As you press down, shove your left leg behind, tilt to pelvis, bring your leg up, press down, and pull up. And reach back down, and up. And if you're wondering what you're practicing, is golden rooster stands on one leg. Yes. One more. And rest the supporting foot. Bring the opposite leg back and up. Push down. Three left. Let's repeat for a minute. Next, we're going to lift the left leg up, bring it out to the side, back to the center, and down. Again, with beginners, I'm not strong enough, just touch and back. We're going to advance, bring it up, push into the opposite leg, out, back, and touch. Up, out, back, touch. Up, out, back, 2 more. Out, back, 1 more. Out, back, and rest. If you feel yourself tilting over, push the big toe down. It'll help, it'll correct it as a corrective exercise. It'll help bring the foot doing this, pushing down to bring the foot back to the surface. So bring the right leg back, bend the supporting leg, push your left at this time. Bring the leg up, out, back, and down. Up, out, back, and down. Remember the supporting leg is bent. So up, out, back, 2 more. Up, out, back, 1 more. Up, out, back, and rest. How's everyone feeling? Going into the hands. By the way, I did make a video of the hands, but I have to redo it because I was at the Glencoe, the Morgan Park, and this woman came by and she said, "You should take it over there by the sun." The sun going down. I have boats behind my sailboats behind me, but she said the sun was a better view. So I'm gonna try with the sun, and then we'll get both of them. Anyway, the left hand in front. Use the pinky and the thumb to turn the palm up. The elbow lifts the hand. From here, see how my body turns as the hands rotate? The pinky goes out, the left hand goes forward, go into the floor. Gonna be pulling food in. Push out the hand, loose fists. Open. So when I open, I'm opening hands a joint at a time. Octopus. Bring the hands, the pinkies and thumbs together. Fingers fall on top. Open. Crane. Then turn the crane, speak to the outside. Bring the opposite hand up. Try to keep the shoulder down. Rotate both. Lower the left hand. Form a claw. Pull into you. Open. Loose fists. Open. Octopus. Open. Crane. Turn the beak to the outside. When it extends forward, this is called swallow. Rotate the hands in. Both hands turn. And claw. Open. So relax the arms. Loose fists. Open. Octopus. Open. Crane. Arms extend. Rotate both. Claw. Open. Loose fists. Open. Octopus. Open. Then bring both hands up. Forearms together. Turn the hands out. Pull back the hands for clamp. Extend the hands upward. Upward angle. Rotate the hands for double snake. Come back. Open. Close. Press out. And lower the hands. Any questions about the hand exercises?
Is crane and, crane and,
Octopus or.
and octopus basically the same, only octopus is up and crane is down?
As far as the exercise, no.
No.
The crane helps with the wrists. Depending on the wrist. Octopus,
But you're touching the thing is.
yeah, you are touching, your fingers touching, it's the same. Because
Okay.
you go to, this is, from here, actually it doesn't. The octopus, the fingers aren't touching, like, it begins to form the beak of the crane. And the beak of the crane goes down. So see how everything's at one point? So my fingers aren't like this, they're like this.
Circle, like a circle.
Yeah, a small circle.
Oh, okay.
And that's octopus.
No, this is the beginning of crane. Octopus, my hands are like this. It's my palmar muscles go like this.
Like the piston flower, open.
Yeah, or if you look at octopus swims, it goes like this, right?
Okay.
So they're real fast. They screw along. Just don't touch the purple one with those circles. Stay away from that one. I heard that's small but very dangerous, potent. But then it transfers, and this develops the strength of the wrists. So see how my finger, and then when it rotates, it can go here, here, up. It rotates. Think about a
So is
crane.
that round or how does how are the fingers there, round or?
Up.
Crane.
You can fit into the size of a quarter, right? So, and it's a beak of the crane.
And then when you go down, then swallow.
But no, when I extend and I turn and I open hand, that's swallow. So I extend, and I turn the hand and I open, and that's swallow. The swallow goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The swallow is swoops. A lot of the planes, like we fight the planes today, are labeled after birds, or they maneuver like birds. So, but this is the most important thing about these hand exercises is that it exercises the hands. And it helps with people with arthritis and other joint diseases, hand joint diseases. So it helps to strengthen those muscles. And if you want those muscles to strengthen, you also to communicate. Because part of joint disease in the hand could be loss of circulation. So by doing this exercise, you're increasing circulation in your hands. So that's why it's important to open and close. Because when I open, the reason why I open the hand is because I want to get these muscles working. The muscles in the back of the hand to extend the hand. Some people can only open this far. But the thing is, if you press forward, the fingers are designed to extend. So, and when you close, you want each joint to bend, including the thumb, to a loose fist because it gets hurt. That's why it's a loose fist and not a tight fist. Because if you have an arthritic issue or some other type of joint issue in your hand, you want it to be loosely fitting. Any tightness could be painful, especially if you have rheumatoid arthritis. Then your joints are like not happy. But you want the muscles to make them happier. If you strengthen the muscles, you can help with rheumatoid arthritis. Because the ligaments kind of mangled a little bit. But the muscles may be helpful and help keep the ligaments somewhat intact.
Yes, I have a question. You do this, you get exercises like go up and do like this. If I put my hand in the chair, I can do it better.
Yes,
Can
that's
I do
fine.
this,
Right.
Or should I just
No,
go
no.
like this, go like this without a hand?
No,
Which
if you can do it with the hand and it gets better, do that because it will strengthen the leg until you can do it without the hand. So use the props. Props are very helpful. That's why you have the chair.
one? Use the chair to-
Yeah, if
I'll get strong in that.
yes, your legs will improve in strength. You know, because then you're not worried about falling over. You're holding the chair, like you're doing this, you're controlling it out, back. You have the control with the help of a prop, which is a chair. So yes. Right. So going into the form. Okay, so So start by bringing these fingers together, the thumb over the two fingers, and these two fingers together. So, pointing down, turning towards the right, turn the palm up, then extend the elbow. From here, the elbow extends no more than 4 inches off the body. So from here, I shift weight onto the left leg. I point with the right hand. I shift onto my toes with the right side, pivot the heel. So I begin to face the left side. I use the right leg. I open the hands. I slowly peel onto the floor. I go to cloud hands. Now I shift. At this point, 100% of the weight is going on to my right leg. Press up. Bring left toe next to the right ankle. From here, as I turn my body, as I turn the body, my hands rotate. Then I extend the heel of the left leg. As I sink on the right leg, I push forward like a little U. My hands are facing horizontally towards each other, vertically. And now press into the left leg. Bring the right toe next to the left leg. Lower the right foot. Peel onto the floor with the right. Raise the left heel. Bring the left foot off the floor and use your right leg to lower the left. Peel on, press slightly upward, and bring the right toe to the end. So back to the right. As you step back, see how you sink, the body turns in, and as you press up, the right hand goes towards the left. And when you turn towards the right, place the left hand on the back of the right hand by the index finger and thumb, and you'll see that it turns. Shift on to the left, take the right foot off, heel, shift on to the right leg, bring the left toe next to the right ankle. So back to left foot, sink the elbow. So roll back and sink. Shift onto the left leg, bring the right toe to the ankle. Shift, right heel, press the left hand into the right. The elbow does not go more than 4 inches off the body. Bring the left toe next to the right ankle. So about towards the front. And as I open the hand, use the wide to open the hands. When I close, the right hand turns up, the left hand turns down. Bring the right toe next to the left ankle. Turn out towards the right. Step with the right heel. Peel onto the floor. Rotate the hands so the palms face each other vertically. Bring the left toe next to the right ankle. Go the left heel. Take the right foot off the floor. And now lower the right heel to the floor using the left leg. Peel onto the leg. Press the elbow slightly forward. No more than 4 inches off the body. Use your hip. Now bring the left toe next to the right. When your hands are turned out, arms are leading, elbows are leading. So back to left, and notice how I come in. Everything comes in as I come up. The left hand touches the right. And I turn. Shift. Now notice how I shift, I sink, and I shift over towards the right leg. As I press up, the left toe goes to the ankle. Now from here, I step the heel, I down, and I press, the right toe goes to the left ankle. So back to left with the right foot, peel onto the floor, sink. Everything just comes into you. Bring the left toe next to the ankle. Step forward, left heel, press. Right toe to the ankle. About to the front, heel, from here, turn, left foot, land into 4-point stance, open, and close. Press out, down, brush both knees, and relax. You know, when I go down like this, I go to an animal form called panda. So this hand goes like this. So from here, and it's left with the pinky and thumb. My body, my feet, but it turns. And you'll feel the energy in your hands because there's a lot of things that can happen down here as well. Relax. Any questions?
It becomes a very comfortable pose when you finish.
Yes.
With that.
Now, why they call it panda? I have no clue. When I saw those pandas, they were kind of lazy. They were just laying there. I don't know if pandas can protect themselves out in the wild. You know, I really don't know. Yeah, but they say they can't be dangerous if you're not. But I don't know. Any animal can be dangerous in its own habitat. You know, especially messing with a young one. But sorry.
Protection.
Yeah. Yeah, protect the young, protect themselves. But your hands are very important as far as the circular nature of the hands and building energy. But it's not by itself. Notice how I'm moving with my body. And what's going is my feet are making connections to the earth. So the hands go out and they scoop in. So any questions on the form? Any? None? Great. We're going to do it again. And this time.
Sorry, we can't put the hand here in the pocket. We can't put the hand here. What's the best position for hands?
From a normal standing?
Let's say walking or standing.
Allow normal arm swing. Allow normal arm swing. Standing side or up here.
Like this.
Yes, like this. You know, something relaxed, relaxing the shoulders. But walking, especially normal arm swing. A lot of times you see people walk like this.
Yes.
That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
And
really.
not in the pocket.
Yeah, no, this is really bad. This posture is probably the worst. But a lot of people can say may feel it's relaxed.
So go like this or go like
I was
this.
walking normal arm swing. Normal arm swing. But yeah, just they say bring back what's natural. Right. And that's what they say. Make sure that everything's natural. All your movements, again, your movements are connected. Once you start to restrict movements, that's why when you say you have an injury, it's important to get those movements back. Because things shut down when they're not used. And you have to recover them. All right, so we'll go back into the form. Now the left. Now shift it onto the left leg, point with the right leg, and open the hands for cloud hands. Shift, press, come up. Step with the left heel, rotate. Rotate. When I rotate the hands, my body's rotating. And shift onto the left leg with the right toe next to the left ankle. Now change foot, go to the right foot, lift the left heel, and step. Now the step starts to the back to here, and I come up. So notice how I roll, I feel like a roll back. I start here, then my hip went to here, and then the toe came to the ankle. I step back with the right heel. As I come down, notice how my left arm comes over because my body just went in, and I went up. So that's what connected formed the first connection of the left hand touching the back of the right hand by the index finger and thumb. Now as I turn, I shift and I turn my hip. From here, I press and I heel. So press forward, and as I press forward, my hand goes slightly forward with the left toe next to the right ankle. I step back and I sink. And I sink, I draw. I'm coming back here, I'm drawing, press up, and the toe automatically goes to the ankle, and I shift. So see what my hip is doing? Heel. And I So notice how, again, my hip is going like this. And toe. If I touch the front, now as I turn, I go into cloud hands. I turn out, press, and I sink first, and I go up. This brings my hand to here, toe to the ankle. Change foot. Now the right foot goes forward, and press. You know, again, this is a sinking and going up. Not up so high, but up. And I'll say up and under. I like to see this up and under. From here, I bring the toe to the ankle. I step back. And as I change, so notice how this hand comes over and touch. And I'm here. Shift onto the right leg. Press up. The left toe goes to the ankle. Step out. Notice how my body is turning my arm. So look, see what's happening. And part of this is sinking.
Like a corkscrew.
Yes, sinking and toe. Step back with the right leg. Sink. But this is sinking, I'm drawing in. Toe to the ankle, left toe to the ankles. Now from here, sink and press. So notice how my body is going up. And now the right toe to the ankle. Step out towards the front. Now from here, you can either come to here and open and close and bring it back to a 4-point stance. Then as you lower, I'm going to turn this way. As you lower, cross. And just relax. So just let everything is and relax.
You show us facing forward the last thing with the hands that you do, the last movement before you go like this.
So when I went like, I was saying, as I went like this,
Yes.
here I did.
Just go.
I can go like this, or I can just go and just let go. So no, there's no shoulder. I just let everything go. I'm relaxing. Now they say like this.
Mhm.
Like this. That's how I'm doing. Like just relax. Just letting go. I don't want any tension around my body. Like it important thing about falling, remember, I was completely relaxed. My body took over. There was no mind involved.
How can you be relaxed though when you start to fall? You get scared right away.
You go inside. You let the body take over.
When do you have the time? I mean, it's so fast.
Oh, yeah, it happened real fast. That's what it did. I went like a gyroscope. It was real fast. I held on to the bike. I was more concerned about the bike than I was myself. The bike is in the shop, a hospital.
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
No.
I had to pick him up on Saturday.
But what did you hit? You went.
The dirt.
You were
I
on
was on
dirt?
pavement and I hit the dirt. I wasn't by myself. I was with a couple of friends. But it stripped off
So
the
from
pavement.
the pavement to the dirt.
Right. But the
And
dirt
then-
stopped. That's when the bike said I had enough, and then it spun around and we were just gone. But the thing is, they say no mind. I was watching The Last Samurai, who has been on TV. And one part of The Last Samurai, when Tom Cruise is doing the training, the guy that said, you have too much mind. That's what he said. He had too much mind in what he was doing. You have to let go. Your body knows what to do. No mind. It's when you, okay, it's fear. Fear is natural. But you have to let the body handle that. Because once you involve the mind, that's when you get hurt. My mind says to do this.
Yeah.
My body didn't say that. I saw this arm come out. The body said, do this. I followed the intuition of my body, not my mind. My mind did a check after I landed on my back. That's when I did a self-check.
But how can we get that way then? Just by
Training.
Just by listening to like people.
Oh, so the other thing is, and you asked an important question earlier, training the mind to react. If you should fall, this is what I'm going to stop, drop, and roll. train the mind first. So it does. Practice it a couple of times on your bed. Just go to your bed and just roll onto the bed. You know, do that. That's the safest thing. The bed is like a crash mat. And do it slowly. Go to the center of the bed so you don't roll off the bed. Practice rolling to the left side and to the right side. Just half rolls. Going like you're tossing and turning in your sleep. Just turn this way, then turn this way. Then turn going all fours, turn down.
That's because what does that do for the body?
It's just training the body, adapting it. Yes. So because get used to rotation. Because you want to minimize injury. What we're doing now with the Tai Chi and the standing and everything, we're minimizing injury. When you keep in mind, my foot and ankle were turned out. My knee was turned out. It was stuck. If I were to react, what's going to happen to this muscle inside the knee?
You're gonna rip your knee.
Right. ACL, anterior cruciate ligament. Tear, automatic, done. Didn't happen. Because I relaxed. And then I called my friend. I could have done it. I would have to, no, it was no, I don't think I could have done it.
It's interesting when
I
you
was
say
one.
held
No mixed together. I was one on my bike. One.
different wording meaning the same thing. But I was just thinking, if you had let go of the bike, that bike might have hurt you much more. You could have fallen on top of it. You could have, I mean, what you said you wanted to say the bike, but that was your.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. Instinctively, I held on to the bike. The bike and I both rolled. It wasn't me by myself. That's why I said we were one.
Whereas if you left the bike, you would have fallen on top of it, the metal might have done more damage to it, but, you know.
You're probably right. Because that's probably what would happen. The bike would went one way, everyone went the other way. But we went together. You know, together we are together. we're one. Like that song, we are one. I don't know who sings that song, but you'll become one. And that's probably because of instinct. No mind. I said, just hold on to this bike. Don't let it go. You know, because if we would have went the other way, I wouldn't be standing here. You know, but again, a lot of that has to do with what we did. I mean, I fell plenty of times riding a bike when I was a kid. So I know how to fall. It's just the thing is, you look at the reflect on the times you did fall as you were a kid, that information's in your body. Let the body take over. Who's never felt falling when they were a kid? Because see, I see no hands up. That means everybody fell at least once or twice in their life doing something. I'm just saying, but when you fell,
I never learned from it. We learned from it.
I said she used to fall
I
a
used to
lot
fall all
of
the time as a kid, but I don't remember learning anything.
They actually
And
beat
it was
up
better the
a lot.
next time.
you can't say that.
Well, he's reflecting on how he felt because of his practice.
It's the force.
Yeah. And it is instinctual.
I'm used to like training in mind, so I learned a long time ago, a lot of us do. Like when you go into a room, you always see where the exit and the entrance is, if you have to leave.
Yeah.
Or if you're walking down steps.
Right.
And you're carrying something up, I'm not gonna carry this, I'm gonna hold on. You think to yourself, and you
I fall before.
plan what you're gonna do as you walk down the steps or up the steps or up the hills. Like, you think about it as you're doing it, and that's part of the training of the mind.
Oh, that's the training before that.
Carrying a child.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go back to the form, and when you go into the form, try to anticipate the moves ahead. Try to anticipate the moves. Each movement that we did, try to anticipate them.
Well, what happens? You don't know you're gonna fall, of course, and it just happens. Your arms have things in, your foot catches something on the ground, you're down.
That's what happened to me. That's
So
what.
how does your mind, not your mind, how does your body,
It's gonna go. If you allow your body to work, it's gonna do what it knows. Once you start to include the mind, it may change the body's reaction.
I know, I said, oh no, I don't believe this.
I don't say that.
as I was falling.
My mind wasn't part of the movement. Yep, my mind wasn't part of that. But let's go into the form again. And I want you to try to anticipate the movements. So what you want to move, you want to anticipate, like for example, when you're here, anticipate this dip right here. Anticipate this movement from here, anticipate this movement. When I turn, anticipate the rotation of the hip and then shifting, and then see how there's another rotation? So as I rotate this hip inward, right, this hip rotates outward. Feel these muscles interact and communicate to each other. As I turn this way, this sinks and this turns and this comes up. Practice that from here. Turn, sink. So see how I sink? My body sinks with it and up. Turn, so there's a little sink, turn, sink. See what I'm doing with the hip? Up. And as I come back, turn. See, and it just goes through the flow and then turn and sink. As I turn up, but notice how the hand reacts to the movement. So I'm up, I'm move the stance on one leg, and I'm out. And I'm here. You know, poke me on the hand, I can go up here, but everything goes together. When I'm here, and up, and I turn. So I'm doing something we haven't done false
Right,
monkey,
it's very graceful.
but my body's in sync.
You're right.
It's in sync. So as I turn, see what my hands are doing? Are they not connecting to what the body's doing? This is going into what position? What hand? What posture? Cloud hands. When I turn out, my hands rotate. My elbow pushes. My
What's
hands.
that called? When your hands are like this?
My hands here, like
That's
this.
cloud hands, but what's this?
I'm going to roll back and press. So my hands are changing. I'm leading with my body, but my elbows come slightly off. And I'll give it, so picking up the toddler. From here, I'm going to pick up the toddler and say hi. But those who's holding the toddler, my palms, not my fingers. My fingers are helping, but the palms are doing the lifting. When you pick up a box, you don't lift the box with your fingers. You lift it with your hands. Hopefully the seat of the box is in your palms. Otherwise, you may not have the control. So now, if I go here and I press, I hit, this is called wash, face, brush, knee. Now I turn. Playing the guitar. Wash, face, brush, knee. Playing the guitar. On the boot. Notice when my hands are up, and I press. Then repulse. Repulse. And repulse. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the pose.
So those are things we haven't worked on.
No, maybe next class.
Well, as you learn, you have to learn the different sections. This is the first section. And as you turn, you have to get used to the turning. So the hands know what to do, how to body. Notice my hands are not turning by itself. My body is turning the hands. So as we go into the form, up, turn, and this is shooting forward. See what my body is doing? And I stop it here and I come back. And I come back and shift. I turn. Notice how my body just turns the hands, shift onto the left leg, bring the right toe next to the left ankle. Change legs. Go the right leg, bring up the left foot, and sink and up. Right toe to the ankle. So back to the right foot. See how my body just collapses in and come up. The left hand touches the back of the right hand by the index finger and thumb. As I turn, I'm shifting my toe comes off. It goes to left ankle. Press up, heel. Peel onto the right foot, press up, the left toe automatically goes to the ankle, and I step back and I sink. So I come here and I sink and up, and I press forward. Then I come out, sideways. Turn, toe, and step. Press. Left toe to the ankle, step back. So from here, you say here, right? 4, and shift, and step. Now if I add a little bit of speed, sink, step. Right, so just the palm right here. Step out, open, close. Opening the here. Just here and here. Now what I did, wrist bend, and down. But that's what you're learning. We do it slowly, so when we do it fast like that, your body responds. That's interesting. Yeah, I veered away from that chair. I was like, what was that? My
But
body,
when you say rotating, you're also like bending a little, right?
I'm sinking.
You're sinking. When you're rotating, you're sinking.
Yes, I'm sinking.
You have to bend to sink,
Yeah, I guess so.
because not.
Well, there's a terminology. You could look at what they call self-reeling. Your body's reeling in. So, and what it's doing is creating a lot of torque. I'm using the natural levers and torque in the body that's coming from the ground reacting force, coming up from the earth into the body transfer. A lot of it's controlled here. See what my hip is doing? And you're sinking. So the hip is not just sinking, rotating, it's going in and out. So this, if you were to put your finger here in the crest, you'll see it going down, or at least in the fold. You'll feel this. And you're using these muscles, internal, external rotators of the hip, which includes the glutes. Very important to strengthen and to activate. It will save you. It will save your legs. It will save your hips. If these muscles are, and it'll save your walking, your gait. How many people feel their gait getting shorter? You feel your gait, you have to use the hips. You have to use natural arm swing to help. That natural arm swing gives you momentum, gives you energy. You have to use it to help. Turn the other helpers on in your body that are there. You're not gonna walk like a 20-year-old or something. I tried it the other day. I was trying to figure this out. How come this person, and I started to, he didn't know it, and she didn't know it. I was trying to map her feet. And I was like trying to figure out, how is this person walking faster than me? And when they were taking the same steps. They just have a, but I used to be able to do that, but I was an edge. I don't know how it happened, but it's not important. What's important is you interact with the muscles, interact with the surfaces, and use them to propel. So as you're turning, push off. This foot pushes off. And when you're doing it, and we'll do it again, with the form, and you're pretty much familiar with the form, you can have what you call intervals, where you will do it a little bit faster. And we'll do that now. Let's give ourselves a challenge session. There are going to be some parts we're going to move a little bit faster, but don't pay attention to your speed. Pay attention to how your body handles the speed. If you feel like you went here and you didn't go there, well, you're good. That means your body, I'm just saying that your body is reacting. Now you do you. Don't do me, do you. So we'll look at that. We'll do half the form. So from here. Those how to do the full 180 as much as I can. From here, here, from here, change, and go back, and up. Something's quickly coming from the other side, turn. So, step, toe, and step. Turn out. And relax. How's that?
Very interesting.
I've always seen Tai Chi performed in slow motion. Said I've always seen Tai Chi performed in slow motion.
Right. It's designed to perform fast.
It is.
Okay.
It's
This is
fast.
new for us.
Tai Chi is the training for martial arts.
When you train slowly in Tai Chi, you're building up your bone strength, your ligament strength, the sheaths on your bones, white connective tissue. You're building up tendons. You're making a connection. You're drawing blood, putting blood throughout the bones. You're providing oxygen to the bones, nourishment to the bones. So if you should have to react fast, your body can handle it. That's why it's done slowly. You cannot start it fast. Your body will not be able to handle the energy. It's a lot of energy. That's why it's done slowly, like you said you saw. But if necessary, like we did some fast turns, right? I mean, we did it on our own pace. How did you feel when you made those turns? When you made those changes? Did you feel stable, or do you feel like you were off?
Pretty good.
Yeah, very good. You can do it.
It
Yeah.
depends, with my feet are like this, I am off. And some of the moves, you know, moving this and this is very unnatural for me.
Oh, your foot starts staying on the ground. When I go like this foot comes off and here. When I'm doing this, I'm activating these muscles.
Yep.
So when I go like this, I can go up here and down. I go up here, I come up here and down. I'm activating the muscles. The foot's not staying. This is slow-mo. This is where it goes. Where it goes. That's slow. The way you're describing. The foot comes off the ground. If you're playing a sport where it's cutting, you're cutting like this. I'm holding my hands because, wow, lacrosse, right? So I have a stick in my hand. I'm doing this, right? Okay, we saw tennis matches. You're like this, wow, okay, I'm here. Wow, I'm here. You're constantly moving.
How fast you're moving in tennis or anything.
Yeah, my muscles, I have to be on point. So my feet don't stay here. I'm here, ready to go, ready to shoot, ready to shoot. When you shoot me, I'm turning, I'm ready to go. So this is just slow, training the muscles to do this and go, do this and go. That's what it's training. I'm pushing off. What's it here? I'm pushing off this foot. And this foot doesn't go here, it goes here, and then I'm here. So your body's learning how to stabilize through different movements. But it doesn't stay here. This is just training internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external, internal, come off, internal, come off. Baby steps. We start for stage one, then we move up. But don't stay at stage one, because that's not where we are. Move up. That's why we do this. We train these muscles to support ourselves. This way they're strong enough. So when you do move fast, the muscles know how to protect you. Again, no mind. Allow your body to go, okay, I'm up. What do I do next? I bring your foot out, bring it in, do I do this, do I do this? What do I do? Or do I just do this? Notice when I did this foot came off.
Now, when you're doing those exercises where one leg is lifted up, is your other leg still bent or straight?
I was always bent,
Always, never.
always bent. My foot's like, I got you, I have it here. Because remember, rotation is happening in my ankle too, and the foot. Foot's doing this. You can't see it, but it's doing this.
Which foot?
this foot, the supporting foot.
That's up.
When I'm doing this, my supporting foot is moving by the shoestrings. My toes are grasping the earth.
Okay.
So your feet always bend when you stand.
Oh yeah, because you have an arch.
You're walking. Right?
I'm always bent, always bent. Even
when
now.
you're walking,
Yeah, yeah, especially when you're walking.
especially when you're walking.
You don't walk like this because that's how you're gonna be walking.
Yeah. So how do you bend when you walk?
It's just
Your leg
automatic.
automatically bends, it's natural.
Right.
Your leg should automatically bend.
Right?
Yeah, see, it's bending.
Right then.
So you shouldn't.
No.
Straight
Well,
like
you
this.
can't walk like this.
But it's very
No, no.
funny, in
You
Western
have to
culture,
always-
you tell you.
You're not
so-
thinking
Yeah,
about it, because
yeah.
your body's just doing it naturally.
Right.
Yeah, see, your legs are bending as you're walking, and you're using heel toe.
Right.
You just don't, you never looked at it that way.
Yeah, don't think of
I'm breaking it down to you,
Right.
but now you're saying, okay, is my feet really doing that? That's what you're saying to yourself. But yes, it is.
And you're always pushing off the toes. when you
Yes.
go to The next step.
Yes.
I'm doing the opposite because I remember my dad telling me in the beach to
Yes.
force your legs,
Yes.
point,
Right.
toe, heel. point,
The
toe,
problem
heel.
with that is
On the
what?
sand.
Yeah, but what's the problem with that?
You tip.
You go
No,
forward. and
no, there's a
turn
bigger
around.
problem. There's a big problem with that.
The muscles are not
You're
normal.
getting close. You're shortening the Achilles tendon.
Oh,
That's what we don't want,
that's,
a short Achilles tendon, do we?
No.
What happens to the Achilles tendon, if it shortens, then it's challenged by a step that's wrongfully placed.
so on the beach also we get even better.
Yes, well, guess what? The Achilles tendon is very sensitive. I knew somebody, I had to help someone recover when they were doing hunting. I don't hunt, don't like hunting. But guess what? And they had those boots.
Hmm.
And they tore their Achilles tendon. Because the trail was hard.
Who's that goddess that Achilles tendon came from?
Yeah, Achilles, the Achilles heel.
Yeah.
I will see y'all, when we meeting again,
I
and,
think this is it, so that too. July, right?
July
And it's-
11th.
but there's a summer class,
Yeah, till July 11th.
July 11th.
July 11th.
When is the sign up?
26.
26.
So I would like to see everybody then.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.